Okay, so in today's video, I share my insights on how to fix your sleep schedule and everything related to sleep I know as of now. And it's gonna be a practical video, so I'm not gonna give you some shit that I have never tried or I've never done in my life just for the sake of the video. So watch the video. Hey, what's up, people? So I'm back over here, and all right. So this video, I want to talk about sleep schedule, and we all know that we must sleep at least 8 to 10 hours a day, but we don't do it because we have shit to do. And some people say that if we go online, we would see that there are people who would wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning or like 4 a.m. in the morning, and they would go out for a run. I mean, a place like this, and they're gonna go home and then get dressed up and head back to work. And seeing them, we think that if we want to be successful in life, we gotta wake up at 4 a.m. or maybe like 3 a.m. in the morning, because it's like the status quo. So, and we would think that we gotta sacrifice on our sleep to make sure that we have enough time throughout the day. But doing this, we are actually compromising on our efficiency. So I once had a teacher, he said that he sleeps for like 4 hours a day. Well, he's been doing this for the past 4 or 5 years or so, and he says he's doing completely fine. But if you actually get 3 more hours of sleep, you're gonna work even better. Like, you're gonna perform at your peak. So if you have a car and you're not making sure that it's well maintained, yeah, it's gonna run fast, but if you do those necessary things, it's gonna work even better. And the issue with sleep schedule is that we have to leave for school or like work or like university at like 8 a.m. in the morning. So this kind of fucks up our sleep schedule, because we tend to go to bed at like 12 or like 1 a.m. in the morning, and then we gotta wake up at like 6 a.m. in the morning, which really gets very difficult for us to manage. But I think school actually messes up our sleep schedule. And back in grade 4, I remember I used to go to bed at like 10 p.m. and I would wake up at like 7. I would be quite fresh, but I was quite young back then. Then when I used to hear people when I used to hear people that they would go to bed at 11 or like 12, I would be confused, like, what the fuck are you guys doing at night? And nowadays I like to go to bed at like somewhere between 11 to 12. Some days it's like 1 a.m. in the morning because we got shit to do. And the best way to go about it is by always have a fixed wake up time, because even if you go to bed late, you know that you're gonna have to wake up at like 8 a.m. in the morning. For me, I usually wake up between 8 to 9 a.m. in the morning. I tend to get like 8 hours of rest, because what I do is, if I have a lot of work to do, I might cut back on my sleep and push like 7 hours. So that, I mean, 7 hours seems quite well for me. And if I know that I have to go to the gym and hit a PR, I would fucking sleep. I would give myself the permission to sleep even more, because I don't know why, but if I'm sleep deprived, it just creates headache, and I'm not able to lift with full intensity. And some days I would just watch videos where people would say that you're gonna have to cut back on sleep to get work done. And I would listen to that advice, and I would try to wake up early, and I would end up getting a bad headache throughout the day. And guess fucking what? I would doze off at 4 p.m. and I would like sleep for like a couple of hours, and at night it's gonna be very difficult for me to fall asleep. So it becomes like a vicious cycle for me. And the easiest way to break free of it is by sticking to a time when you know that you're gonna wake up no matter what. So eventually your body's gonna get used to it, and that's, yeah. And the reason why, and if you're someone who's struggling to wake up at a specific time, you just gotta know that you wanna have a bigger why than a how. So if you know that, why do you wanna wake up early? Because you wanna go outside for a run, or you have an exam that you wanna ace, and that's gonna decide your next projection in life, then you're gonna be more inclined to wake up early. Okay, so having a stronger why would help you push through in finding the next how. So if you want to wake up early, you're gonna. So what is the how? So how is setting up alarm clocks and making sure that you're like cutting back on your screen time, or you're avoiding coffee. That's your how. Your why is the fact that you want to wake up, you want to study hard with full focus, you want to go outside for a run, or you want to have a strong workout, or read books. That's your why, because that's more important, which is gonna help you to get through the obstacles that your how might create, get through the obstacles that you're facing in finding your how. You get the point. And one thing I've been struggling a lot with is that I tend to avoid coffee, which is caffeine, because if I have caffeine after 11 a.m. in the morning, it simply just keeps me, I'm just super sensitive to caffeine, so I just cannot drink 5 to 6 glasses of coffee and still function normally. If I do it, I might have to suffer with insomnia that day. So yeah, and try to, if you're someone who's not struggling with that problem, so you can have coffee for better focus on an empty stomach. So how to fall asleep better? What I would say is that yes, you can give a try to all those herbal teas, and you might try doing meditations. I still have no idea how to do a proper meditation session, so I won't say that because I have no idea about it. But the best way to do it is by sleeping less the previous day. So if you're sleep deprived, you're more likely to fall asleep. Now you can try listening to audiobooks and stuff that intrigues you, or you can listen to soft music. You don't want to listen to like music with like high bass. That's gonna keep you awake because you're more excited to take on life, so you don't want that. And yeah, just sleep less. I mean, just be sleep deprived or be exhausted. Even if you're exhausted, it still doesn't really work. So if you sleep less the previous day, it's gonna make it a lot easier for you to fall asleep because you're fucking sleepy. One more tip that I want to give you is that you want to try. It's gonna be a bit counterintuitive, which is you're gonna sleep for 6 hours for like 4 to 5 days, and then see your productivity, and then you're gonna try for like 7, then you're gonna try for like 8. So if you see that you can perform best at like 6 hours of sleep, then do it if that works for you, because we all are different and we all have our preferences. And some people like to wake up at 1 p.m. because they like the feeling of, they like the quietness that they get at midnight because it allows them to focus better. I don't know, some people are like that, and it's more about personal preferences. Okay, so if you guys have made it this far, I'm assuming that you're finding value in this content. So subscribe, and if you have missed my previous video, there's gonna be an iCard over there. Click it, watch it, enjoy life, man. Baby, peace.